time for second breakfast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Breakdowns for Breakfast, Second Breakfast. I immediately went with Breakdowns for Breakfast because I always get a little bit mixed up when we have a very special guest, the always amazing, can't believe he's willing to sit down and do these with me.
Me either.
Say hello to the second best host of Breakdowns for Breakfast, Danger. Say good morning, Danger. Welcome.
Good morning, Danger. Welcome.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah. I'm not hard to nail down. It's, we were originally kind of setting this night apart to record Breakdowns for Breakfast, but we decided to kind of throw this one out because you've thrown this idea out to me quite a few times. And, it always seemed like it was a fun idea. We just hadn't nailed down time to do it. So here we are. Yeah.
So this fun idea he is referring to is typically I do these by myself, but I can't do this particular fun thing by myself. I could, but it'd be very boring. So instead, I thought it'd be fun.
Exciting because all the
right. It would just I would just be reading a list. So instead, I figure we'd make a little game out of it. What I want to do is I have a list of, I believe it's 25. Yeah.
More than I thought.
Yeah. But I still don't think this is going to take forever, but I have a list of 25 bands, their original names, and then the names that we know them by.
Okay.
And I try to keep it. Not every one of these bands are a band that we have done an episode on, but I feel like minus maybe just a handful, we've mentioned all of them on the show before.
Okay.
And so what I want to do,
so there's no way for me to kind of narrow that down.
Right. Well, okay. I thought about making it multiple choice, but decided I just don't have time for that. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of like I don't know. I've thought maybe we could do almost sort of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style, where you get a couple of lifelines. I'm not saying that you have to use you only get 4 lifelines and you got to use this one or that one. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that I'll read you the original band name. You can either take a stab at it or you can ask for some hints. And honestly, you can take a stab at it and then still ask for a couple hints. And I'll try not to make it super obvious for you. But I can mention sort of what genre they might be in, what are some of the other bands we might have been talking about when this band came up, and that sort of thing.
Okay. So, the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style game. Who am I going to call? Phone a friend was an option there. And who am I going to call?
Was not the best example. Okay. Was clearly not the best example.
Okay.
The point
you said take a stab at, I hope we're not going to, and actually just before this, you mentioned this band. So I hope we're not going to, one of the answers isn't, the band The Sword, because taking a stab would be completely different there.
No, but at time of recording, we are right before Halloween, so maybe we can do it more, instead of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, more Saw style, all right, I was going to save this until later. There's actually a nail bomb glued to the bottom of your chair right now, and if you get more than 3 of these wrong, it will explode, and your body will be more full of nails than Albert Fish, okay? Just warning you.
So what you're telling me is, if I get something wrong, you're going to nail me. Let's play.
All right. So I figured I'd start you off with an easy one. Okay.
All right.
Again, just to go over the rules, I'm going to say the original band name, and then Danger is going to try and guess what the band name that we all know it by. So number 1, and I didn't number these, so by about the 9th or 10th, I'm going to mess that up. But to start with, number 1.
You get to 9 and you go, number 1.
Probably. All right. Mookie Blaylock.
Pearl Jam.
Nice. Yeah. See, I wanted to start you off with that one because I knew you would get that one right.
You may as well have just handed me that one. But go on. Let's.
Okay, don't get cocky, buddy. Okay, I started you off with an easy.
I'm not cocky.
All right, the fish hippos.
Fish hippos. Real big fish?
Nope.
No.
And it's not the hippos. Now. Okay, so you want some hints?
Sure.
Okay, this is a band. A long time, but specifically known for the 90s.
Okay.
And I can tell you, this is one that we did a whole episode on.
Okay. We've only done like 120 episodes at this point, so I don't know. Can you give me a genre of music?
Not really. A little bit of everything. Most people would just call it alternative.
How many members in the band?
Okay, this isn't 20 questions. Good Lord. I said a couple of hints. My God, man.
I've only asked
Five members. Five members.
Five. I think I only asked for 3. I genuinely don't know that one.
Give up?
Sure.
All right. Well, you got it wrong, but I'll give you one last hint. I'm not going to give you a point for it, but I'll give you one last hint. If Mookie Blaylock is to Pearl Jam for Danger, then the Fish Hippos is probably 311 to Monster.
311.
Yep.
Play the track from your record collection. It's your mix. Congratulations. Changed a lot of names, some know that we have always been down.
I didn't know they had. I knew they were a different name before, and 311 came about when I think there was some member changes at some point.
Not really. So basically, the story goes: some of the guys, Peanut and can't remember who all, but they had a band, and they called it the Fish Hippos, and they won some Battle of the Bands or something, and were going to get to open for Fugazi. And they asked Nick Hexum to basically come and sing for them for that show. And Nick said, sure, but you have to change the name. And Peanut said, well, we also played under the name 311. And I might be getting some of the details wrong. I just know that at one point it was Fish Hippos. Nick said, you got to change it. And Peanut said 311. And I think everybody knows now the name 311 came from the police code for, because they were skinny dipping. So, all right. So 1 for 1, off to a rocky start, but that's okay. I think you'll get the next one though. You'll get the next one. All right. Rainbow Butt Monkeys.
Oh, I know that, but I can't place it. And if there was any place for me to, share all this knowledge that I've gained over the years, this would be it. But Rainbow Butt Monkeys. I feel like I know that one.
And you know what's wild? And I didn't even realize this until recently. You can find their album under the moniker Rainbow Butt Monkeys on Spotify.
Oh, is that Finger 11?
Yes, good job. Good job. All right.
I knew it. I just had to access that part of my brain.
That's one of those band names, like, you just name it being stupid with your friends. And
usually at
thank God,
16 or 17. And yeah.
And thank God you have the wherewithal to change it. And you're not stuck with it like Hoobastank.
I don't know. Finger 11 I think it was a fine name until Stranger Things came out. Next question.
Well, yeah. Okay. So, all right. Next one. Apple Core.
I don't think I know that one.
So this is kind of interesting because they've used different logos and different imagery throughout the course of their career, but they used they've used rotten fruit as part of some of their iconography over the years, but not apples, specifically citrus. And we did do one of their albums on the show.
No doubt.
Yes, good job.
All right.
Yeah, because Tragic Kingdom, they use that rotten orange in some places.
Yeah. I don't think there was much
No.
rotten fruit after Tragic Kingdom, especially not in the Rocksteady era of things.
No. Then they got a little bit too cool for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, at time of recording this, they recently announced that they're doing the Sphere in Las Vegas, and I got to tell you, they made a big deal about they had some crazy announcement and they were going to do all this, and I was like, please go on tour. That is a bucket list band for me. I know it's not the same seeing them now as it would have been 20 years ago, but still, I've never seen No Doubt live. And then they were like, we're playing 4 dates at the Sphere. And I was like, cool. Thanks so much for that.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one's going to be real hard and you will never get it.
All right. Good.
Actually, you know what? I might give you a hint or two that'll give it to you, but we'll see. Okay. 6 degrees of degradation.
40 Below Summer.
Holy shit. How'd you know that?
In our episode on 40 Below Summer, I was doing digging on all the past history, and so 40 Below Summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, look at that. Like, you were certain I wasn't going to get that one. Like, you went in, you went in with it thinking that I wasn't going to happen. Next question.
Your attitude was so poor during that whole episode that I didn't think you paid that much attention. All right. This one I think you'll get because you like this band, but Noise.
Oh, Beartooth.
Yes.
It makes me stronger than before. When you're out there, it fuels the fire even more. So give me all you got.
I'm glad
Duct
they
tape.
changed it because Noise is a terrible name for a band.
Oh, yeah.
You said
It's not a terrible name.
All right,
Well, I was
we're
going to say,
asking questions on top of each other.
yeah, shut up. It's not a terrible name, but it's like thumb. It's sort of like, it's just a one word thing that's like, if you're really good, you can own it, like Korn or Skillet or, that kind of thing, but gotta be real good. Now I noticed that your screen just lit up. If you're Googling any of this, I will find out.
No, I'm not Googling any of it because I'm not typing away. Jesus. But anyway.
Just, hey, all right.
No, I'm
Duct Tape.
Sorry, I'm also clicking things.
You son of a bitch. If I have to say the name of this band one more time.
Duct Tape. Yes, I heard you. Duct Tape. What? If you have to say the name of the band one more time, you're going to use duct tape on me to like close my mouth? What? I don't. No.
Do not forget the Saw-style nail bomb under your chair. That was not a joke.
Cool. Duct Tape. I feel like I know this one as well. Can you give me a hint?
So, if it helps to clarify, it is spelled D-U-C-K, like the animal, duct tape.
That doesn't help clarify anything.
Well, it should maybe point you in a direction that these guys might be kind of silly.
Yeah. Can you give me another one, or have we done it on the show?
We have never done one of their albums, but we have talked about them multiple times.
Okay. Like I said in the beginning, we've talked about a bunch of bands, so,
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'll also tell you that their style has changed over the years, but they've never really escaped the moniker of pop punk.
Blink-182.
There you go.
Yeah.
Place your hand in mine. I'll live when I wanna.
And you didn't have to ask for too many clues, so I'll give you a point on that.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know we're getting points, but the points are made up and they don't matter.
Oh, they're not made up, but they absolutely do matter, and I am keeping score. So, moving on.
What do I get? Like, if I don't know, is this like the ticket counter at Chuck E. Cheese? Like,
It will determine how many or few times I slap you next time I see you.
Okay.
Now, this next one this will show if you actually really care about me and if you actually listen to my second breakfast episodes. Okay. You ready? That should be a big hit right there.
I've listened to some of them, but yeah, go on.
She's in pain.
Oh, Falling in Reverse?
No.
I know they had a different name in the beginning, so okay, can you give me a hint? And second breakfast is not a hint.
No, fair enough. We did do an album, not like in the first. Well, it was a while ago. It was definitely an older episode for sure.
Yeah, I'm drawing a complete blank, but I know that a band. Like, I remember reading that She's in Pain was the original name of a band that we did.
It's going to be ones where I say it and you're going to go, oh, man.
Sure. Go ahead. Or do you want to get
Coal Chamber?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, She's in Pain. I'm glad they changed it from that because, you know, there could have been a side project called He's in Pain, which would have identified how I felt.
Incorrect. Coal Chamber rules, but She's in Pain gives a weird connotation. I don't know, especially with the fact that it was 3 dudes and 1 girl. Like that just comes across bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming
across that when we were doing a Coal Chamber episode. So yeah.
They had one other name too that was also a bit off-putting. Shoot. Meigs had a band named Cole, and Dez had a band called something Chamber or Chamber something, and so they just smashed the two together and called it Coal Chamber. That's where that came from. And if you had listened to my second breakfast on the history of Coal Chamber, you would have known this.
No, I did listen to it because I figured I had a history of Coal Chamber when we did the Coal Chamber episode. I mean, there was actually thought behind it. And I listened to it enough to know if the first part was right and the second part and the last part was right when I was editing to put that up online. So.
Fair enough. All right. Here's a terrible one for you. Grundig.
Oh, wait, hang on. Terrible, like, first name or terrible, like, final band?
So I think I really enjoy about 3 albums of this band. And I think I don't know that you would call yourself a fan, but I know you've heard a few songs and I don't think you hate them. But the original name of the band is Grundig.
Maroon 5.
No.
Okay.
But I will give you a hint for later.
What?
They do come up later.
Oh, thank you. So your hint is that it's going to be later in this. No.
I'm saying Maroon 5 will come up later,
okay.
but that is not Grundig. Grundig is somebody else.
Can you give me a hint?
Yeah. So ask what kind of hint do you want?
Give me a decade that they were the most popular in.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Do they fall into your nu metal?
Yeah, so they are one of those bands that fall into the nu metal category kind of by association, but they're a little bit different than that. They definitely have some very nu metal moments, but like if nu metal purists such as myself would argue that possibly they're more like nu metal adjacent.
Oh, well, that makes me think that it's along the lines of like an orgy or.
No, but to your point, orgy is kind of nu metal, but a little bit like techno-y.
Right. Like, I feel like they're nu metal adjacent, but they've gotten lumped in with the nu metal thing.
This band would be like new metal, but a little bit like grungy and sad. I think that might have gave it away.
Puddle of Mud?
Close. I would say these guys are closer to Puddle of Mud than say like Korn or Limp Bizkit, but they've got connections with Korn and Limp Bizkit.
It's not Nickelback, is it?
No.
Okay, for whatever reason, my brain went there. All right, I got nothing. My guesses are up.
Cold.
Okay.
I can't take this, born to break this, it's going away.
They're a band I've never really given much time to, honestly. So
Their first 3 albums, I remember, actually their first 4 I bought, like the first one I picked up because they had been around for a little bit, but after that one, the next 3 I bought like within the week they came out. Really, really liked them, but they are kind of hard to listen to sometimes because there's some heavy stuff. Like I used to, shut up. I actually kind of thought of it more of almost like if there was a emo new metal band, that would be Cold.
Okay. All right.
We'll do a Cold album at some point. I think you might dig them.
All right. We'll see.
Okay. This might be the worst original band name on the list. Naked Toddler.
For some reason, I want to say Goo Goo Dolls.
No, but that's a good guess because they are gross and had a naked toddler on one of their album covers.
They did. Boy Named Goo. I had that album at one point.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It's not good either.
Yeah.
Naked Toddler. You want to give me a hint?
We did an episode on them. It was not recent, but not as far back as, say, like Coal Chamber.
I got nothing.
I'll give you one more hint. This might give it away. They've kind of gone through this, I don't want to say cultural shift, but they kind of went from really getting ragged on to people kind of loving them. They went from being huge to people like ragging on them to kind of being cool again, sort of.
Being cool in a nostalgic way, kind of like what happened with Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, I guess it would be mostly nostalgia, yeah.
I'm going to go with Limp Bizkit.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
Creed.
Naked Toddler was a good choice, which I think we mentioned in the episode, but Mark Tremonti tried out for Brett, or is it
For Kreischer's band, yeah. See, and I even thought we might have brought up the Naked Toddler thing in that Creed episode, but maybe we didn't.
I don't think we did. I think we hit on everything but the Naked Toddler part of things, and I think that was just maybe I came across that, maybe you came across that, maybe we chose to omit that because it involved Naked Toddler. But
yeah, anytime the phrase naked toddler, like this episode's already been demonetized because we have said the phrase naked toddler multiple times.
It was monetized?
I'm assuming at some point it could potentially, you're right. Okay, next one. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing this exactly right. I'll spell it if you need me to. Yaku.
Yaku. I know this actually. Can you give me a hint?
We did an episode on one of their albums, and this one was a request.
I am drawing a complete and total blank, but I know Yaku. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm the person where it's like, if I know it, I'm going to say it. So.
It's technically still around, but much more known for 90s era. 90s and I guess a little bit into the 2000s.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like pretty much just like people are going to listen to this. Listeners, if you're listening to this, and you know the answers, and you're mad at me for not knowing the answers, that's fine. But this is pretty much you just listening to me going, I don't know. Give me a hint.
I hope for some of these, I think they are a little bit obscure, but I hope for some of these other ones, people are in their car just screaming at you, just fuming because they know, why don't you know? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Eve 6.
Okay.
Follow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof will make me empty inside. I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. I wanna pull my tender.
I think that was our first request, actually, from David.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was that our first request?
I think so.
It might have been. Yeah, friend of the show, David. Good dude. All right, moving on. Childish Intentions.
Sorry, could you say it again?
Childish Intentions.
Okay.
Would you like me to use it in a sentence?
Please.
This band used to be called Childish Intentions.
You're a dick. I don't know this one at all.
Okay, so this is another one that, okay, if you listen to my second breakfast, you will know that I threw a fit because this band gets lumped into the nu metal category, and I do not think they should be in any way, shape, or form. And when I was doing the top 50 nu metal albums of all time, I got to this one. It was pretty high, and I lost my shit for about 5 minutes straight.
I don't think I know I didn't listen to all of your top 50 nu metal.
Why wouldn't you, man? Those episodes are gold.
Do you know me? See, I feel like you've talked about band that gets lumped into nu metal and they don't deserve to be there. I don't know.
I think we have probably mentioned this band on an episode. We've never done one of their albums.
That does not narrow it down because we've talked about so many bands, especially if we have a guest on like DJ, so many bands.
I already told you they get lumped into nu metal. We didn't do an album on them. I'm trying to help you, buddy. No, I can just give you straight zeros. I'm helping you out.
Are you still keeping score? What does the score do? Like, I mean,
I am 100% keeping score.
Okay. I feel a nail poking me in the butt. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
That's all right. Evanescence.
Okay. Yeah. That a big part of that is because I just don't care about Evanescence, and I've never dove down a rabbit hole in them. I feel like I know plenty of bands that had a different name in the beginning, but not Evanescence. Yeah.
Evanescence is one of those bands that, like, late 90s, early 2000s. If you like nu metal, here's another one. And I remember hearing Bring Me to Life on the radio and being actually, funny story. At that time, I was in between bands and I had just recently started jamming with some people and we were going through some lineup changes and the name of the band was Lockdown. And we had come up with this really cool idea. We had a guy that could rap and scream, but he couldn't sing. So we got our friend who was a girl who could sing. And we thought, holy shit, this is going to be rad. And then it was like the next day I heard this song on the radio. It was just like, oh my God, I'm like 1 month too late. But Evanescence was also a lot more talented. Either way, they're not a nu metal band. And they were like number 11 on that list. And I almost broke my laptop. So anyway.
So what you're saying is you didn't get in time to lock that one down?
Our logo was like L and then the O was like a padlock. Then CKDO, and then the W was an arrow pointing down. Dude, we were sick.
Oh yeah,
we were
that sounds like an album that I would have bought sight unseen.
All right, from behind these walls.
That sounds like I would say, I'm not going to tell you now, I don't know, but it sounds like a band name for, let's say early to mid 2000s, like, emo hardcore band.
You are barking up the right tree.
Like they would have been on Warped Tour.
Yes, they were definitely on Warped Tour after, not under that name, but once they changed their name. Yes, absolutely.
Were they under the name Story of the Year?
Nope.
Okay.
Good guess though. That's a good guess.
Thanks.
We have done an episode on one of their albums, and you have actually mentioned them on this right here. You've mentioned their name since we started recording.
Oh, see, we've mentioned so many bands in this already, so I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got nothing.
I think. Oh, come on. Take
Maroon
a guess.
5?
I think you know. No, it's not Maroon 5.
You said they were going to come up later, so.
And they will. No, this is Falling in Reverse.
Okay. Were they
All right, next up.
Were they on Warped Tour? I don't remember. I don't know.
I would think so. I know Escape the Fate was, and
Yeah.
isn't that like the same thing?
Well,
It's probably not.
Escape the Fate was Ronnie Radke was in Escape the Fate before he went to jail. And then when he got out, Falling in Reverse was what he had launched, from what I understand.
Okay, so Falling in Reverse did not exist until after he got out of jail. Like that was his like.
That's my understanding.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're probably right. Okay. Passerby.
Yeah, I got nothing on that one. I have no idea.
We did an album on them, an episode on one of their albums, and they're kind of known specifically for one album, but we did a different one.
Oh, we do make a point to go out of our, to pick the album that's not the common known album. And I really genuinely have nothing on this. I don't know Passerby at all.
Because they had they've been around for a while, but they put out one album in particular that blew up. And then the album after it was kind of weird and didn't quite have the hit power that the first one did.
Finch?
Good guess. Very similar band name.
Winch?
All right. So I'm going to park you down for a 0, but I am going to give you a hint that's going to give it away.
Okay, what?
A couple years ago, you went to, oh gosh, what's it called? Blue Ridge Rock Fest.
Okay.
And I told you to buy me 2 shirts. I gave you some spending money so you and your lady friend could have a good time, and then told you to buy me 2 shirts.
Flyleaf.
And Flyleaf. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it was Flyleaf and Sleep Token. And there's only one Sleep Token shirt, and I had to ask 3 different people working the tables if I could get the one that was hanging up.
God, these guys got to do a better job about merch.
Yeah.
Sleep Token, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
They're not looking at you. They're looking at their mountains of cash that they have because they've taken
mountains of cash, literally. All right. So we are halfway through. Okay. This is longer than I thought it'd be. A Day in the Life.
I feel like that's like a Christian nu metal type band.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
By the way you said no, they're very much not Christian or nu metal.
Very much not.
Honestly, I don't know that one. Just genuinely don't know it.
Now, do you want some hints to try to get it, or do you just want me to give you a hint that's going to give it away?
I'm going to let you choose.
All right. Maybe this won't give it away. I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you this hint, and then you have one chance to get it right.
Okay.
We went and saw this band live together.
Okay, so we went and saw KMFDM, and then we saw the Sad Tour, the 40 Years of Tears.
So it's either KMFDM or one of those sad bands.
I was gonna say, but like at that one, there was like I think like 8 different bands. So
There was a few.
Hawthorne Heights. Okay.
Bravo. Bravo. You got it.
Way too much. How are you in a gun? I can't make it on my own.
I mean,
I'll give you
narrowed
that
it down
point.
for me, but you know, there was plenty to choose from even within that. So
That was, you know, I'm feeling generous, so I will give you a point.
oh, thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. All right. This one I think you'll get.
All right.
0.
Oh, shoot. I know it's not Smashing Pumpkins because they had song 0, but yeah, damn, it's gonna piss me off when you say it.
Here, I'll give you a hint that should definitely give it away.
Yeah. Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
Listen carefully.
Mm.
From 0, like from nothing.
Oh. Limp Bizkit.
Oh, you're
Or, not
first.
Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park.
Yes, Linkin Park.
Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I
Because I think everybody knows that like right before they became Linkin Park, they were called Hybrid Theory.
Yep.
So I think the fact that the whole 0 thing, which by the way is spelled XERO, I think a lot of people know that, but I think it's a little less known than the whole Hybrid Theory thing. So
Yeah, I remember that being something that was talked about during that episode that we did. So
yeah. All right. Next up, Kara's Flowers.
have we done this band on the show?
We have not, but we have talked about them.
Kara's Flowers. That sounds very familiar. Give me a
It's so they changed their name, became a very popular band, and actually released.
Maroon 5.
Yes,
My heart. Oh, this love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times.
so after songs about Jane came out and did like wildly better than anybody expected, they put out their I don't know if you call it a demo, it's a full-length album under Kara's Flowers, like their independent album that they had put out before they became Maroon 5 and the big thing that they became. So I have it. It's a little bit more like indie rock, pop punk than what Maroon 5 is kind of known for. I would almost put them in the same category as like like an OK Go sort of vibe. Not bad. I think we'll get back to Maroon 5. Don't you worry.
I can't wait.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, that I just was reading about I went down a rabbit hole like yesterday.
I thought you might know this one.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Not to be confused with Chunk, No Captain Chunk.
Yeah. Oh, Captain, my
Which
Captain.
we got to do one of their albums too.
I know. You've mentioned that several times that we've
That
got to. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Shit, just tell me, because it's like
We did one of their albums on the show.
Yeah,
We've talked about doing another one by them. We haven't got around to it. I think you and I are both kind of fans. I think you are more of a fan than I am, but it's one of those things where like we both like things about the band and dislike other things.
we probably dislike things that the other one likes.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Shit, just tell me.
Yeah, you're going to be mad.
Yeah.
Memphis Mayfire.
Yeah.
Nothing ever seems to change, and it's written on my face. Am I living in my own creation? Am I alive or am I just breathing? I'm so numb.
Good old Matty Mullins.
Yeah.
All right, we got just a few
Which, by the
more.
way,
You ready?
When we walked away from the day they played at Blue Ridge, they were, I think, one of our favorite bands that we saw that day. Like, they just put on a hell of a show.
they're one of those bands that I
That's right,
always
we
liked.
did Unconditional, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go on.
They're one of those bands that like. There's a lot of things I love about them, and then just some stuff that just doesn't stick with me. Like they're one of those bands that like while I'm listening to it, it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then I never think, God, I really want to listen to that band. It just, I don't know, kind of in one ear and out the other for me.
Yeah, they've got a few songs that really kind of grabbed my attention and I enjoyed. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I will say they do have a couple songs like that, but just not any that were on the album we did.
Yeah, that's fair. Now the album that we did was, I feel like them still finding themselves, finding their sound, and
like we say before, it was their transitional album.
Yeah, they were transitioning
They were kind of
into what they are.
Well, they were going from like that metalcore, like kind of sound to that more like polished butt rock radio octane core kind of stuff that they are now.
Fair. All right.
All right. Point of view.
Point of view. That sounds very familiar. I don't feel like I've known any, I don't feel like I've guessed one right, like just by you telling me the band name in a while. I know I got Mookie Blaylock, but yeah.
You got Mookie Blaylock. You got, well, yeah. You got 40 Below Summer really quick.
Oh, that's right. And I hate that I got that one as quick as I did, and I'm not getting some of these other ones.
Oh, you liked them more than you thought you did.
Yeah. Anyway, what was the band name again? Sorry.
Point of View.
Point of View. I don't think I know this one.
We have not done one of their albums. I don't think we ever will. Maybe. You actually mentioned them a little while ago.
I got nothing.
Okay. Right up cheek to cheek with Creed, it is Nickelback.
Oh, okay.
I might even cut my hair and change my name, 'cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses driving 15 cars. The girls come.
Yeah, and then I think it was like in order to get signed, they had to change the name or something like that. But yeah,
probably that's usually how it goes down.
Yeah. But they are cheek to Creed. You're right.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I have a feeling you're going to know this one.
Okay.
Ludacris.
Oh, Norma Jean.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know really what they are now, but Norma Jean was a Christian band when they first came out, Ludacris and then Norma Jean. And so for people like you and I, of course we heard Norma Jean constantly, like Solid State.
So actually, I kind of went down a bit of a rabbit hole on them a while back, and the original lead singer was previously the singer or backup vocal and lead guitar player in Living Sacrifice. And because of that, they kept getting the Christian band moniker, but they've never claimed to be a Christian band. I think they've just like one guy that like identifies as a Christian, but the rest of like, they're not a Christian band. And them, I think they were signed to Tooth and Nail at one point, or Solid State.
They were signed to either or. Yeah. And you know, looking
either
back on that,
or both, and I don't know.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's kind of funny because looking back on it, it used to be like, if you're on Solid State or Tooth and Nail, it was like, okay, great, this is a Christian band. But really, for better or for worse, it's more like, no, they're just like a clean band. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to say there was any false advertisement, but I always thought, like, when I was a kid, those are Christian labels. If you are in a Christian band, or if you're in a band and you're on that label, you're a Christian band, period. And then it was like, I started paying more attention to He Is Legend and some of the other bands. I was like, oh, there is a difference between Living Sacrifice and some of these other bands.
Right. So,
yeah. Anyway. All right.
How many more do we have to go? Just out of curiosity.
Just, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more.
All right.
And I think you will get at least one of them.
Okay.
All right.
I love the
Manic
confidence.
Yes. Okay. Don't interrupt me. Manic subsidal.
Just for that, I'm going to say no. Don't tell me what to do. Manic subsidal. I have no idea about that one. For some reason, I want to say like mindless self-indulgence.
Oh, that's way off, but I get the M part. So we did an episode on one of their albums, and okay, so I'm not going to give you a point because obviously you don't know what it is.
Nope.
But I will.
No idea.
I will give you a hint that will probably give it away.
Okay.
It was an album that we did with a guest, and it was sort of like a request and a guest.
The Wedding?
No, but good guess. Good guess. It's The Offspring.
Okay. Okay. We've only had so many guests to pick from, so
Right. And because for those of you guys, I think we mentioned this on the show, but when our buddy Matt Kelly came on the show with us, we decided to do Ixnay on the Ombre by The Offspring. Before we decided on that, I told him, just pick an album and we'll do it. He sent us a list of like 25 albums. He was like, I can talk about all of these. We're like, okay, well, we'll do this one. And he even said, he was like, out of all the ones on the list, I did not think you would pick this one.
Yep. And a side note on Ludacris before, I wish I still had this, but I had I forget what album it was for, but it was when they were still under the Ludacris name, but I had a album release poster from, I think it was the Record Exchange, the store we've mentioned several times on the show.
Oh yeah.
I wish I still had it. I have no idea what happened to it, but go on.
Did it have a seahorse on it?
No, it was, the entire thing would have been described as abstract art with browns and blacks.
Every time I think of Ludacris, I can immediately see that album cover with the seahorse on it. Anyway, Google it. You'll know what I'm talking about. All right. Happy Go Lucky.
I got nothing on Happy Go Lucky.
We did an album of theirs. It was one that I brought. It's a band you ended up liking a lot. I think you had, I say a lot. I know you liked them. It was a band that I feel like you probably knew before we had done an episode, but maybe not had listened to a lot.
Dinosaur
Older
Pilot.
episode.
Oh, older.
No, older episode. Yeah.
Oh,
And heavier than Dinosaur Pileup.
okay. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea.
Protest the Hero.
Okay. There's a band that I'm just not familiar with outside of the album that we did. And I did end up liking it. I wouldn't say I'm a diehard fan at this point, but I did end up liking it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. 3 more. And I think you'll get one of these.
Okay.
You might even get 2. We'll see.
All right.
Next up is JoJo.
JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, in my head, I go to Casey and JoJo. 90s R&B group. But, yeah, I have no idea on JoJo.
So we did an episode on them. They are firmly 100% undeniably new metal.
Is it one of the bands that you were trying to find that new metal spot in me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trying to think back through some of those, and I can't think of one that would have had JoJo.
Yeah, you try. Yeah, you try to block most of them out.
Yeah. It's I drank heavily after each of those episodes to wipe any of it from the brain. I
drank heavily during all those episodes.
I can tell. I got nothing on JoJo. Nothing.
Scrape.
Okay.
And you come back.
There's a reason why I don't know.
All right, last two.
It was that album cover. That was the thing that just,
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, good album, but that cover was a bit of a hurdle.
The album was a hurdle, and so was the album.
No, incorrect. All right, this one I think you'll get.
For those of you that are listening that don't know the cover of the Scrape album, it's an infected thumb.
I, as a conspiracy theorist, believe it could be a toe, but the jury's still out on that one.
I don't really feel like there's a conspiracy behind that, but
there's also really no reason to think about it too hard. All right.
Nope, not at all.
Shrinky Dinks.
Oh, Shrinky Dinks. I know this. For some reason, I want to say Sugar Ray. Okay. All right.
Ding ding.
All right.
Correct. I figured you would get that one.
Okay, cool. I'm so glad I have that tucked away in my brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is important knowledge that you'll need to pass on to your grandkids one day.
I don't think they want to know any of these things, but go on.
Don't you want your kids to follow in your footsteps? Not like this.
No. There's other things that I do I'd rather my kids or grandkids do besides Shrinky Dinks.
No, that Sugar Ray, who used to be a new metal band, became a pop band and used to be called Shrinky Dinks. Anyway, okay, last one. The Detours.
The Detours. I feel like I've come across that, but I don't have a placement for it. I've done way worse on this than I really genuinely thought I was going to do.
I'll be honest, you have done worse than I thought you would.
Yeah, I'm really not proud of myself. Yeah, the Detours. I got nothing on the Detours. Phone a friend. 50-50. Multiple choice.
This is a band that you have mentioned a couple of times. They came up specifically on one episode, but we have talked about them a couple of times.
Can you tell me what episode they specifically came up on?
I can. It might give it away, but it might not. It was when we did Results May Vary by Limp Bizkit.
I don't know.
The Who.
I don't need to fight to prove I'm right. I don't need to be forgiven.
Ah, okay. Yeah, see, I wasn't thinking that time period at all.
Yeah, you didn't ask. You were asking decades before, and
You're right. I stopped asking decades, and I should have, because that really could have probably thrown it together for me. Especially
what decade? And you said what decade, and I throw out 60s and 70s. Ghoul.
Yeah, but 60s and 70s, and it came up on an episode about Limp Bizkit. There's really only one connection with that, and it would be The Who. So.
Right.
Thanks,
and for those who don't know, that's the album that they covered, Behind Blue Eyes. It's also the album without Wes Borland, and I don't know why I thought we needed to talk about it. It's the worst Limp Bizkit album.
I don't know why we've talked about some of the things we have overall, but we have. So
it's only going to get worse. So out of 25, Danger, you came in with a grand total of 11.
Oh joy.
That is, I thought at least like 15.
Yeah, I did too. I thought I would at least get half of them, but I don't know what happened. I don't know.
You fought valiantly.
I didn't, but thank you for thinking I did.
Yeah, if this was golf, that's not too terrible, but that's not how this game works. But you know what?
Birdie, so.
I did. Here, 11. There you go. Congratulations.
Okay. Yeah. For those just listening and not watching, he gave me 2 birdies.
No. Oh, darn. I was going to say, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Let it be a mystery. What did Monster do? Write in. Find out.
So then they have to go and watch the YouTube video.
Counts as 2 plays.
Anyway. So, fun game, but can I give you one? see if
Oh,
you can-
sure.
Yeah.
Bonus round.
I was not Googling it, having to go through the effort of finding this.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a couple. All right.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Fright.
Fright. All right. What genre of music?
Heavy metal?
I believe that's Iron Maiden.
Almost.
Almost. Is it Dio?
No.
No. Is it a band we've done on the show before?
We have not.
Okay. I give up.
Judas Priest.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Judas Priest is one of those, like, whenever you mention like Metallica, Iron Maiden, you know, they always pop up, and I just never got as into Priest. Like, I should probably go back and listen to them a little bit more. Maybe I'm missing something there.
All right. The Kids.
Oh, is that heavy metal too?
No, I wouldn't describe it as heavy metal.
No. Okay. Yeah. It sounds familiar. We haven't done one of their albums either, have we?
No. We
But
almost did. I think it was a conversation at one point about we're trying to figure out what albums to do. And I'll give you
90s.
I'll give you another hint towards that.
Okay.
When we were choosing the bands for Masked month of Masks, they came up.
And you said not metal, because of course first thing thought was Slipknot. Masks, but not metal.
They are a band that we would like. So
Interesting.
we like them. So, you know, I saw them live
I do.
at Blue Ridge. So, yeah.
You've seen them live, and I like them too.
I don't know if you like everything they've done, but I know that you have liked things that they do.
Oh man. Oh, this is going to piss me off. I know as soon as you say it, I'm going to be mad. I don't know why I keep going to Hollywood Undead, but I don't think that's right.
No, that's right.
Be alive. Will I die? 'Cause I've never seen the light. Lower to the ground, and it's now you see. You spent your whole life taking the best of me. Where'd you go? Where's your home? How'd you end up all alone?
It is. Okay. Because I never got into them. Like,
Well, that's why I said,
they're
like,
okay.
Yeah, like I know that you like some of what they did, but not everything that they do. So
Yeah, and I guess you wouldn't call that metal. It's kind of new metal, but it's also kind of not. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one to describe. Okay, all right.
All right. There was one more that I had for you. It's the last one. Gonna do.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to give you two names that they had previously gone by. All right.
Okay.
So, and there's two of the four that they previously had. All right.
Okay.
So, at one time they were Ted, Ed, Fred. And then another time they were Pin, Cap, Chew.
Is it more of a like hip hop rap kind of thing?
Nope. Not at all.
Okay. For some reason, I guess maybe the 3-piece thing, my brain went to the Beastie Boys.
That's right.
Okay, not at all. So I'm assuming.
The Beastie Boys originally were the New Aboriginals.
Okay. So this is a rock band?
Yeah.
Okay. 90s?
Yeah.
Like kind of grungy, or are they kind of like more like alternative and kind of weird?
I would definitely say more grungy.
Is it Alice in Chains?
No. No. it's
No.
not.
Okay.
No, but Alice and Chains, their original name was Alice in Chains. It was just
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Am I in the ballpark though? Like, is out like Does this band get kind of mentioned with Alice in Chains?
Yeah, ballpark, sure.
Ballpark? Is it Nirvana?
It is Nirvana.
Okay. Yeah.
So they had the names
wow.
Pencap Chew, Bliss, Ted, Ed, Fred, and Skid Row before they became Nirvana.
I do remember Skid Row. I like if you would have asked me their original name was Skid Row, I probably wouldn't have got it right. But after you said it, I was like, that's right. They did call themselves Skid Row at one point, which is bold move considering Skid Row was like still a popular band making albums like in the early 90s.
All right. Do you want one more?
Oh, why not? I'm doing about as well as you did at this point.
All right. So this one also has 3 names they previously went by. And so,
okay.
And I have a weird connection to another band that has been mentioned here. Okay.
Right.
So the 3 names they went by previously was the Dynamic Duo, Pure Frosting, and the Lo-Fis.
Okay. So Dynamic Duo. I can almost guarantee there's more than 2 people in this band, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is it they're a little bit, this is more of a modern band, right?
No.
Okay. This is 90s or earlier?
90s.
90s. Okay.
Do you want a very obscure hint? That will
sure.
probably give it away for you.
Really? Obscure hint. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't play with all the strings on either the bass and guitar.
Oh. Now, the first thing that comes to mind for me is Sepultura or Soulfly, because Max Cavalera always took the highest 2 strings off the guitar, but that's probably not right, is it?
No.
Okay. Wow, never played with all the strings.
The connection I have is Kim Thile from Soundgarden, who we mentioned earlier, produced their first album.
Oh God, it's not Mookie Blaylock, is it? Pearl Jam?
Nope.
God, the string thing. I really don't know. Gosh, this is going to be another one you tell me I'm going to be mad. All right, who is it?
The presidents of the United States of America.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's right.
I took a little nap with a loose old twist, squished your rotten peach in my fist, and dreamed about you, woman.
That's a weird band. That's a really weird band.
My next hint was going to be Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I might have guessed Weird Al at that point.
Yeah, fair. All right. I got no more for you. I mean, I have more. I can just keep going, but you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I was like, I think I got up to like 18 and was like, well, I need a round number. And I got to 20 and then was like, let's just go a little further. All right. Well, that concludes our fun game. I don't necessarily appreciate you turning it back on me. I wasn't prepared for that.
I didn't hear anything you just said because I just yanked the earbud out of my head.
Oh, for God's sakes. I was saying that's all I have. That was fun. I wasn't expecting you to turn it against me. I was not prepared.
You weren't. But, you know, if there's anything that anybody should learn from this, it's that nobody starts with the name they finish with, they get big with. So, also, you should take away from this that you should listen to more of our episodes because we are full of this fun trivia that nobody ever needs in their life.
Yourself included. You would have gotten several more right had you listened to more of my episodes. Paid closer attention to what I say when we're recording.
Huh?
I have called you so many names and you just never noticed.
No, yeah, that's fair. Anyway.
All right. Well, that's all I got. I hope you guys thought this was fun. We did. If you can think of some other names that were pretty wild that we might have missed, I don't know how you're going to do better than Rainbow Butt Monkeys. But, you know, a lot of these bands had all kinds of weird, cool names before they got signed and whatever. So if you can think of some more you want to share with us, please do leave us some comments. If you like this, like if we should do more like trivia games to mess with each other, I'm cool with that. Danger, are you cool with that? Sure. I don't care. I'll do it anyway. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening and, have a great day.